Hey guys, it's your boy, the Golden Crypto, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while, guys. Apologies for that. It's been a crazy time in the market. I've been having to be keeping my pulse on my holdings a lot more than usual to try and know when to buy, when to sell. But as always, the reason why I'm never going to be like any other crypto trader and I'm going to have a limited amount of videos is because whatever video I make, I have personally invested in that cryptocurrency. I think I mentioned it a few videos ago, but I've since gained subscribers, so I just wanted to make that clear again. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. Never trust a fool on the internet. But without further ado, here's a little gem which I've recently bought a bag of, and it's Holochain, or better known as HOT, a bit like me, too hot. Sorry guys. So, yeah, what is it? So, look, essentially, Holo is a peer-to-peer distributed platform for hosting decentralized applications built using the Holochain framework for developing DApps that doesn't require the use of blockchain technology. So, blockchain technology means like Ethereum and Bitcoin. So, as we know, with all these altcoins by now, everyone's trying to really move away from the whole blockchain technology. So, what does it mean? Essentially, it's like similar to what Airbnb does. So it allows ordinary web users to kind of peer-to-peer develop and use the Holochain platform in order to build apps. So Holochain can actually have a whole host of apps built on its framework and its platform without actually owning any of the apps. So again, similar to Airbnb, similar to Uber, and they're the two biggest market dominators, respectively, in the housing market and in the rideshare market. Yet they don't own a single home or own a single vehicle. So, make of that what you will from their like-to-like comparison. So look, let's take a look at some of the financials. So we've got a circulating supply of 169 billion coins, total supply of only 177 billion. So we're reaching maximum capacity. Fully diluted market cap 3.62 billion if it's on today's price, but that's going to increase as the price goes up. Essentially, this is just the current price, which is around 2 cents, times by the current circulating supply, and a market cap of 3.37 billion. So that's what it is right now. The price times by the current circulating supply. So apologies, the fully diluted market cap is the price times by the total supply that's in existence once all the coins been mined and collected, etc. So look, we're still seeing growth, 15.42% growth, volume in the last 24 hours, 61%. So we know it's something that's been actively traded. It's quite hot in the news right now. Even if we look from the last 3 months financial wise, since February, so the start of almost a whole bull run to an all-time high of around 3 cents, that's about 2,000% movement, which is insane. We're having a slight dip off now. Interestingly enough, you might think the rise and a dip was correlated with Bitcoin. Yes, to some extent, the peaks were, but it was mainly actually driven to the Holochain getting a patent. So if we look at it on the 25th of March 2021, there was a US patent granted for the Holochain distributed app framework. Why that's important and why I want to touch on it, I don't want to bore anyone here, but given it's an open source sort of platform like we touched on, very similar to Airbnb, Uber, etc., the fact that they're going out of their way to still protect their infringement and their intellectual property shows that they are forward thinking. They don't want anyone to use the platform in a way which they hadn't envisioned. They still want some sort of control over it, but to still give the freedom to the everyday people to, look, like I say here, it's an open source project, so the reality is projects can be stopped in their tracks by using innovation. So, you still got to have some control over it, and that gives the shareholders, the sense of security because they've got visibility on what's happening on their platform. Look, when was that? March, 25th of March. And then after that, we saw a massive boom, a rocket to the moon from the 5th of April. And now we're on a bit of a correction, so as to be expected. But I think right now is a great time to really pick up a bag. I mean, like I've told you guys personally, I've picked up a small bag, and I intend to hold it until the altcoin bull run is rocketing like anything. So look, what is Holochain? I think we've kind of touched on it. I'm trying to make these videos more quick and more to the point, but I'll be active in the comment section if someone did want a more in-depth analysis. Aiming to build a more human internet, minimize corporate control, like I said, open source. Gives people more control over their own data and connects and transacts with applications that meet application host needs without control from centralized entities. So it's another sort of DeFi movement, decentralized entity. Centralized just means that one single person does not have control over the whole network. What I find interesting is it can be considered post-blockchain technology that does not require mining or staking, which is a massive feature of Bitcoin. It's the whole premise of Bitcoin, really. You solve an algorithm, and in exchange you get a piece of the puzzle. What's worth noting is I think the price prediction on capital.com was very interesting. Its sort of initial offer in 2018, 177.6 billion hot were minted, as we spoke about earlier. 75% already been allocated at the time of release, and another 25% was kept for the company and team, which is always good to see the team is invested in the project as well. So I've actually seen a lot of people throwing this figure about of the 70-cent mark. So it's 70 cents here, and another, and I've done a bit of research on it, and everyone does seem to be aligned around that. I mean, even if we look at kind of Coinpedia's prediction as well, 2021 they're aligned as well. They think it's going to go from its all-time high at some point, which is near around the 3-cent mark, by the end of 2021, which people expect the altcoin to be kind of season to be wrapping down a little bit. It will hit 0.7 cents, which I think is quite a modest and quite a reasonable prediction, given we're almost reaching a fully diluted market cap. Website-wise, not too much. It's a nice looking website. Not really too much you can take from it. You can watch a video on how Holochain works, how it helps with governance, social media, sharing economics. So look, what I want to talk about lastly is proof of work and proof of stake concepts. So Holochain is a proof of stake concept, whereas Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other the bigger boys are proof of work concepts. So this is the old industry standard. Very much means that it's very labor intensive, very high electricity usage in order to verify transactions on the blockchain. Computing power is essentially used to solve complex algorithms in exchange for reward. Whereas the proof of stake concept, the more sort of modern, sleek, slimline, it essentially means the more kind of coins, the more hot coins, the Holo coins that a user is holding, the bigger their ability, or the more they're rewarded for solving mathematical problems. So, and helping to validate transactions. So that means, in a nutshell, without boring everyone, it means the people who are validating transactions, the everyday users of the coin, are actually invested. They've got a vested interest, because the more coins they have, the more reward they're able to get from validating these transactions. Whereas the proof of work concept with Bitcoin, it doesn't matter how much Bitcoin you're holding, you're still going to get the same reward depending on how many machines you've got running. So, proof of stake, it speaks for itself. You're invested in the project. The liability is on the actual people validating transactions, the everyday users. So that's all I've got for you today, guys. It's been your boy, The Golden Crypto. Please like and subscribe. And remember, when I reach 1,000 subscribers, eventually, I'm going to start releasing a lot more of these coins as and when I'm in the process of buying them. So same day that I'm going to buy a bag, I'll make early videos so you can get them at the exact same time I can. Right now, I'm still building the channel, so it's not really I'm always want to be as open as I can about what price I bought in at and when I got these coins. Truthfully, Holo's one I've literally just bought in yesterday, so now's as good a time as ever if you trust my judgment. But it's been your boy, The Golden Crypto, and I'll catch you in the next one.